Hi everybody, welcome back to Mediocre Whiskey Review. I am your host, Jill, and this is our Christmassy episode. All right, everybody. So today we're going to do another comparison. I know you probably get tired of it, but I'm not, so too bad. First of all, for everybody who might or might not be watching, Merry Christmas. My shirt says Rebel Without a Clause. It's cute. So we're doing two today. We're gonna do the Wild Turkey Rare Breed Barrel Proof. This one is 116.8 proof. I keep seeing the point of my hat. 116.8 proof. The mash bill on this is 75 corn, 13 rye, 12 malted barley. So I had to research because, as you know, I don't retain things. This is a blend of 6, 8, and 12-year-old bourbon. So this is the first one. And then, for absolutely no reason, we're going up against the Pinhook bourbon. And this is the Vertical Series, the 6-year. I also did some research on this one because, again, this is the only bottle of this that I own, and I've seen several others. So the mash bill on this one is 75 corn, 20.5% rye, and then 4.5% malted barley. This one is 107 proof, so it's a little lighter in proof, you know, and that's fine. And this one is only 6-year. This is 6, 8, and 12, so could be interesting. What I did find out, so Pinhook took and they got, what was it, 1,350 MGP barrels of bourbon. And what they're doing is every year they're releasing a new portion of those barrels. So the first release was a 4-year that they released in 2019, and then they're doing a 5-year, 6-year, 7, all the way up to 12-year. So what I gather, what they're doing is taking a blend of some of those barrels, blending them together until they find what works, and releasing it as that year. And then I assume everything else they're storing away for another year. So this is super cool though, because I found out there is a QR code on the back, and you can scan it with your phone, and it gives you like information on the horse and all that good stuff. I don't know much about horse racing, so it's like, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not gonna look it up, but still kind of cool. And like, there's a horse's name and how many hands it is, and all that. And so I think it's super cool. But we're gonna compare it with the rare breed because why not? Similar in proof, mash bills similar, age similar. So that's what we're gonna do. And if you don't like it, you should probably leave now. But I got a gift yesterday from a very good friend of mine, and I'm sure that you won't be able to see this. I will try to get closer without getting my face closer. It is a beautiful glass that has my name etched in it, and I thought that was super, super cool and very awesome. So big shout out to my buddy Jimmy. Thank you so much. I love it. And let's get started, shall we? All right, so glass A, glass B. I don't know which is which. These have been poured for longer than I usually leave them because, well, I was trying to do things. Y'all, I have so much that's happening right now. I mean, obviously it's almost Christmas, and I haven't wrapped the first present. So that's what I'm gonna do after this. And side note, I hate wrapping presents, but it's okay. It's for a good cause, right? So let's go in glass A, see what we got. The nose is very sweet, but it's kind of light. It's like, it's not overpowering. Nothing is like standing out at me going, oh, this is this. So let's try again. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit of spice, like a baking spice in there. I think the color on it is so pretty. I love the color of all bourbon, really. Okay, some vanilla, that baking spice, maybe like a hint of like a black pepper. You guys like my glasses on my Santa hat because they're usually on my head. So. It's very, it's more complex on the palate than I thought it would have been based on how it smelled. There's a lot happening inside my face hole right now. There's the baking spice, vanilla, caramel. It's got a little burn to it, not anything extreme, obviously. There's some like a floral note. It's a very light, the baking spice, maybe a raisin even, and the typical notes, caramel, vanilla, and I don't know, I think maybe I try to like find those, right? Like I'm looking for the caramel and vanilla, but they're typically always there because it's bourbon, and that's one of the things I really love about it, is being able to find those notes, because it gives it that sweet feel to me, right? Yeah, there's a little bit of spice in there, almost like a black pepper right at the end, like towards the way back. That's very pleasant though. There's a lot more going on than I would have thought that there would be. So, all right, we're going glass B now. And I've decided since my last video, I don't like holding both glasses at once, because like I feel like I look like an idiot just holding two glasses, whatever. So this is glass B. I do have to keep it in this hand or I'll get them confused. Again, this color is absolutely beautiful. That nose is just like, it is a little bit lighter than the other one. So I don't know. At the end, I'll probably take a guess what I think is what, but I'll probably be wrong. But that's okay, we'll do it anyway. And I almost got almost like a leather, there's definitely like a leathery, maybe an oak. It's very faint, like nothing on this nose is jumping out at me. Like I have to go in super deep, and then you get like a lot of that ethanol in your nose holes anyway, so that it's hard to pull out anything because it just burns. Okay, there's vanilla, caramel, and it's like a freaking piece of oak wrapped wearing a leather jacket or something. right? Okay. That's very pleasant. The palate and the nose are not similar to me. The palate was this like came in with some kung fu moves and was like, no, that's not what I smell like. And now it give me a different taste. I'm intrigued. So that's um I don't think it's as complex as Glass A, but it is, in my opinion, vastly different. Um, it's more fruity. I think I get more fruit out of it. Like I don't know, maybe a mango. Maybe there's mango in there. Yeah, there's quite a bit of oak coming through at the back end there. Like it's going down. Um, and there's a fruit. I don't know if mango is the right fruit that I want to say, but that's what I'm going with because why not? Okay. Now we're gonna hold two glasses again, looking like a fool over here. Um, they're both very. I can't do this without dropping things. They're both very similar in color. Um, this one appears to be slightly lighter. I don't know. I don't know if you could tell, but judging by the bottles, I've obviously drinking more of the rare breed. I've obviously drank more of the rare breed than I have the Pinhook. Um, and for no particular reason, this one sits out here on the counter. The other one is in a cabinet over there. And I was trying to figure out what to do today, what to compare. And so I pulled the rare breed out or down and thought, well, let's find something similar. And the only thing I compared it to, because at the time I didn't know how long rare breed was aged, so I didn't know what to compare it to in years, and I didn't know the mash bill because I don't look at these things before I do something. And I found the Pinhook was similar in proof. So, I think this works really well. The noses on these are similar. They're both light, and it kind of took me by surprise because I expected with the higher proof for it to have, a more prominent nose on it. And it doesn't, which is okay because they're both still good. Okay. I just got an almond in glass A. Like I'm pretty sure somebody dropped an almond in my glass when I wasn't looking. Which would be beyond creepy because I'm the only one here. So let's hope not. Yeah, there's some raisin in glass B. I feel like my hat is like moving. But almond, caramel, vanilla. Oh, there's some chocolate. I love like finding the differences like when I first pick it up versus once you're like spinning it and you're getting more and more air in there, that how it changes. I just love it. This one's definitely leathery, oaky, but that does not come through on the palate. All right, one more taste. The mouthfeel is really, like when it first goes in your mouth, it feels so like oily and warm. And then it just kind of is like, poof, gone. It like, that oily feeling is gone and I don't know where it went. That sip went down very smoothly. There was no burn. There was no, like, almost no finish that time. We're going to try again. Yeah, that's, as far as the palate or the nose goes, the palate isn't quite the same as I would have thought it would have been. There's a little bit of burn, but it's your standard bourbon notes, caramel, vanilla, and then that the almond. The almond is like right here. Pretty sure it's lodged in my throat now. So let's try this one again. Yeah, that's a leather jacket wearing piece of oak right there. There's like some dried fruits, like a, God, I don't even know, like maybe a dried cherry, like a really dark cherry. I'm getting a little bit of that oak, maybe even a little tobacco in the back of that, as like a black pepper almost. Okay. Now let's see which one I like the best, and then I'll try to guess which one that is, but who knows. I think for the nose and the palate on this one is not what I would have expected from the nose. This one's a little closer, but still different, which I also think is super cool, and I really enjoy that in a whiskey. So, but as far as the palate goes, I like this one a little bit better. It's a little bit sweeter. I'm not a huge lover of the leather and oak and tobacco flavors that come through, especially if they're like the prominent flavors, which, you know, a lot of people do prefer that and they like that, and that's perfectly fine. It is not in my wheelhouse, not what I prefer, but that's okay. So I think this one is my favorite. So we have winner chicken dinner over here. So of course we have to start with the loser and figure out what it is. I'm torn, but I'm gonna say that I think the loser is the rare breed. I don't know why I think that, but that's what I'm going with. My brain has said since I started sniffing and tasting this that it's the Wild Turkey. So we're gonna find out. If I'm wrong on this one, I'm never guessing again. Are we ready? I have it right here. Oh, I was right. I was right that time. That is the Wild Turkey Rare Breed. Now, so everyone understands, I had a pour of this just a couple weeks ago, and I thought it was tremendous. It was so good. Compared to this one, it's not what I like. And I don't know how anybody else feels about this, but I also feel like what you have eaten or drank before you start sipping whiskey plays a big part in how things taste and smell. I know there was one week I was gonna do a video and I couldn't because I ate like some sour cream and onion ruffles or something, and every time I would sip the whiskey, like that's all I tasted was sour cream and onion. So I couldn't even do it because I just couldn't taste it. Maybe that was too much information. I don't know. But anyway, so the rare breed for me was not it today. And the Pinhook, I thought it was super good. And that's probably only the second, maybe third pour that I've had out of that. Because I originally opened it with a friend. That's why there's more missing. So, you know, I mean, maybe the Pinhook compared to something else would not stand up. I don't know. But give me some feedback. Y'all let me know what you think, what you like, what you don't. I'm actually going shopping tomorrow, trying to find a new bottle to do. Again, I have several bottles that I haven't done videos on. I think some of them are very obscure. They're not super popular and whatever. And maybe that's why I should do them. I don't know. But I also have realized that I have like a lot of Elijah Craig's, and of course I have, you know, Angel's Envy and Angel's Envy Rye, and those are two of my favorites. I really like both of those. My next goal, one I would like to get, would be an Angel's Envy Cask Strength. A little hard to come by and, well, fairly pricey. But, you know, I typically just go in looking for something new and interesting, or even just something that I don't have. So that's my goal tomorrow, is to just find something that I don't have and talk about it, right? So you guys, thanks for joining me. I hope everybody has the most wonderful Christmas. Spend time with your family, your friends, your loved ones. Give them big hugs, all that, you know. As for me, I'm going to my son's house. They're hosting Christmas dinner this year, so I'm super excited about that. And I hope that everybody has the most wonderful Christmas and a very great and blessed New Year. Until then, like and subscribe and share. Tell your friends how mediocre I am. And I will see you next time. Cheers.